We out of time. Well, we out of time.
Hello, hello, good morning.
We out of time.
Horns is blowing, and I'm pissing off the neighbors. Whether homegrown or imported, we feeling shorted, cause we waiting on our paper. So next time, when they ask you where you from, you gon' say Detroit City, where we get back on our feet. Next time, when they ask you where you from, you gon' say Detroit City, where we get back on our feet. Yeah, you don't know about the D, you don't know about the streets, cause when you're in the motor city, nothing is as pretty as the hustle. You don't know about the D, you don't know about the streets, cause when you're in the motor city, everything ain't pretty, but it's love though. Oh. Next time, when they ask you where you from, you gon' say Detroit City, where we get back on our feet. Next time, when they ask you where you from, you gon' say Detroit City, when we get back on our feet. Yeah.
All right. Man. All right. Wait a second. What is going on here? I'm telling you, man, with anything that y'all do, everything needs to be maintained. Your car, anything with moving parts, man, it has to be maintained. You notice you don't have to like maintain your television or nothing like that. You just turn it on, but occasionally it'll blow out and you'll need a new one. But if stuff have moving parts, you have to maintain it. So every so often, I got to tighten this up. Somebody do me a solid. Go put in the comment section of this video, if you can put show starts at 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Just put show starts and then 3:30. That would be a solid. If not, I'll do it after the stream. Hello. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Spike Kool-Aid for the second to last day of November 2023, the 29th. I cannot believe we have 32 days left of the year. Shout out to the Michigan Wolverines for making the Big Ten championship. I don't know, man. Can we handle Georgia or something like that? Will Ohio State get into the playoffs after losing? We'll see. Well, wow. What? Well, okay, y'all. So I'm sorry. We have to make a video. All right, I'm sorry. We got to do this. It's got to go on my other channel. So the Detroit Lions, according to, let me bring this in. You know what? Let me start this over. I got to bring up Twitter. Well. I was going to make this video. After I did this live stream, but Tom Kennedy has been signed to the practice squad. What is happening? Now, let me be very clear. I'm not bothered by this move. I'm a little perplexed. Why did we trade for Donovan Peoples-Jones? What is the point of Tom Kennedy? And also the Hendon Hooker 21-day practice window has opened. So I say, oh my God. Hold on, let me let him say it too. Let my man say it too. Where is it at? Where is it at? There. Oh, my bad. Oh my God. All right, so I'm sorry, y'all. We just hit. Hold on, let me let my fellas know. Fellas, Hendon Hooker 21-day window has been activated, and we signed Tom Kennedy to the practice squad and released Dylan Drummond. Wow. Yeah. Oh, whoa. Ladies and gentlemen, we got to talk about it. Hold on. Let me pull up the chat so I can have y'all. Wow. Hold on. Wow. Are you kidding? But Derek, we didn't need to get Chase Young. But Derek, man, I was watching Jalen Hyatt highlights, and I was like, we could have used him. Well. Said, I saw your video yesterday, and it's so cool that you DoorDashed for J-Mo. Okay, no. Okay, so let me just make a quick story. When I saw J-Mo, I was doing DoorDash, but I didn't DoorDash to J-Mo. I picked up from Dave and Buster's in Livonia off 7 Mile and 275, and he was there. So that was that. Well. All right, so we have to do a couple things. You know what? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm distracted. This show, you know what I'll do? Okay. All right, we got to talk about it. So what we'll do is we'll have like a double, you know what? Maybe I don't need any segments for this video. All right, let me move this over here. Okay, I'm going to try to do this without reading the chat too much. Wow. So wait a minute. Okay. So the first thing we need to do is we have to talk about, shout out to everybody, Isaiah Bugs. Yes, shout out to my guy, Troxel Sports Talk. He put this from Isaiah Bugs, coming from 24 minutes ago. So I need to, you know what? Does anybody have, let me see. Okay, so that means Isaiah Bugs is going to be inactive again. I need to find him. Am I following Isaiah Bugs? Does anybody have, I'm sorry, y'all. This news broke right when we was getting on. Does anybody have Isaiah Bugs' actual Twitter account? If you do, put it in. Wait, what's not big news, Douglas? What's not big news, bro? If you have it, put it in. I need the actual tweet though, Justin. If you have it, yeah, I'm looking at it right now, but because I have to do too much. I need like a producer. So anyway, okay, let's do this then. Let's talk about the importance of this game coming up, and then we'll talk about Tom Kennedy being a Lion. You know what, y'all? I can't. Ryan, did you sent it to me where? Through DMs? Oh, I see it 5 minutes ago. Appreciate you. Let me see if I'm following him. I wasn't. I am now. I'll bookmark that for later, my friend. Thank you. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you, bruh. Man, the Lions content gonna be overflow of today. Well. Man, I am sorry, y'all. This came right when I was getting on. Douglas says the whole Drummond thing, deal, we need defense, and more defense. Okay, Douglas. So I agree with you that it's not a big deal. But see, me, unlike your favorite YouTubers, okay, I'm going to tell you the truth. And the truth, I'm sorry. Okay. Inside joke, old memories. The truth is, okay, maybe Brad Holmes. So you know what? Stay out the 7th round, Brad. Stay out of the 7th round, okay? Just stop drafting in the 7th round. Dylan Drummond, released. He is now the second person to not be on our team, okay? The first one was Jamar Jefferson. Stop drafting in the 7th round. Chase Lucas is the only guy now, well, him and Jamar, but every 7th round pick, all three of them that we've had during Brad Holmes' tenure has been released. Now, you might be like, well, Derek, it's a 2nd round pick. Yeah, it is. But still, if you can trade something. I mean, you know who I wish we would have taken? Ronnie Bell. I wish Ronnie Bell, but he went like 5 spots before not Dylan Drummond, Antoine Green. Antoine Green is the guy we drafted. But where's he at? Where is he at? So I forgot Dylan Drummond was the undrafted rookie free agent. But still, the point is still the same. So anyway, truth shall set you free, says Nicholas. Well, I was going to say the truth is this, but it's a old inside joke that, when I start saying it, I start to remind myself of what that is. So I'm all thrown off because of all of this news that hit me right when we was getting on. Isaiah Buggs. We signed Tom Kennedy. We released Dylan Drummond. Hendon Hooker's 21-day window has opened. I mean, it is a lot of stuff to talk about, but that's okay because I am dedicated to you guys for an hour. So let me ask you this. Hendon Hooker, 21-day window has been activated, which means that he can play now. The Detroit Lions have 21 days to decide what they're going to do with him. It does not mean that we will still see him this season. Let me ask you that. And here's my thought of it. Maybe it has to do with a contract situation. Do you think Hendon Hooker is going to play? I don't know. We know that he's ready, right? It's been over a year since his injury. We know he has to be ready some shape, form, or fashion. It's been a year. Right now, the Lions were going extremely slow with him. They did the same thing with Jamison Williams. But now you have, okay, what is the likelihood of Hendon Hooker playing? We have 6 games left. They're not going to put him in. He won't play Sunday. I don't see Jared Goff getting benched when we're trying to make a playoff run. So what you're going to do, pull Jared and be like, okay, Jared, you've turned the ball over 6 times in 3 games. Let's bring in Hendon Hooker to make a playoff run. So what I think is going to happen, he can practice, and that's about it. Dan Campbell said in his press conference the other day, and this is probably where this information has come from. I didn't watch it yet. I'll watch it after this. This information probably came from there. All this means is that now he can practice. Dan Campbell said they can't even coach him. They can't even coach him. So now all of that starts. Does he get any in-season reps? I don't think he does. How would Hendon Hooker go in right now? How would he play right now? What's up, Lauren? Martin is out all week. An honest man can still speak falsely, while a dishonest man can mislead by telling the truth. It's all in the motive. Okay, I don't think I've ever heard that one. Kennedy is not making a difference. This defense and Goff got to get it together. This is a good team. Any word on CD Deuce? No, except what Dan Campbell said last week, that him coming back in 2-3 weeks facing the Bears. We faced the Bears in like 13 days, and this guy has not been cleared to practice. So that is a negative. What does Teddy Two Gloves contract look like? You know what, Steve? I think it's super, super cheap, bro. It might like $5 million. What's up, Nick? Says, signing Kennedy means Campbell more punt fakes because he don't trust AGD. You know what? It's probably a special teams move. But see, I look deeper than y'all. I'm like, pass rush, right? We brought in, this is how the Tom Kennedy arc went. We cut him, injury settlement. That had to pass. No other team has picked him up. He came in and he worked out right before the trade deadline, which was a month ago. I was certain we were going to sign Tom Kennedy. We didn't. We traded for Donovan Peoples-Jones. He has 0 catches, if I'm not mistaken, like 3 or 4 targets. Didn't get a pass rusher. Now we bring in Tom Kennedy again. Who is Tom Kennedy? Like, are our special teams that bad? I'm assuming this is a special teams move, but why? Kennedy is a special teamer. Do you think that should be our concern right now? Is a special team player with the lack of a pass rush? I hear you, bro. I hear you, Nicholas, but I'm just like, what's happening here? Great. Did the Bears versus Vikings game change your view of the Vikings? Makes me more confident looking forward. It actually didn't. I watched some highlights last night because I was actually watching the game with my wife. She spent all day watching football with me. So for me, it didn't change my view. 2 of those interceptions were on Josh Dobbs. 2 of them were on his receivers. 4 turnovers, 4 interceptions. And now Kevin O'Connell was saying we're going to evaluate our quarterback options. So go right ahead. I would rather you put in the other dude. The other guy can't run. You put in Josh Dobbs. We have a problem with running quarterbacks. we have an issue, and Josh Dobbs is a running quarterback. So I would prefer for him not to play. I would, what's his name? Jaron Hall. I would much prefer him to be in over Josh Dobbs because the Lions are pathetic against running quarterbacks. So it didn't really change my mind. I'm just glad they lost. Shout out to Chicago, man. Cuzzo, Justin Fields, for helping us out because we retained that 2.5 game lead. It would have been a 1.5 game lead had they lost or had they won that game. So, yeah, I don't feel any differently. Kennedy gonna return kicks instead of Craig. You know what, Roman? Yeah, perhaps. I'm wondering what's going on too. Need pass rush, but Marcus Peters would be nice to help the secondary. You know what, Nicholas? I'm going to have to say this. I keep muting my soundboard. No. Nope. If we signed Marcus Peters, we could have drafted Jalen Carter. If we signed Marcus Peters, and this is not towards you, bro. If we signed Marcus Peters, we could have brought in Jadeveon Clowney as a pass rusher. You cannot be hypocritical because, we don't want somebody that's going to mess up the chemistry of the locker room. You know, you can't do all of that. And you bring a dude that will mess up the chemistry of the locker room. Cannot bring in Marcus Peters, bro. You can bring in a lot of people, but you can't bring in him. Do not bring in Marcus Peters. We can clinch the North as soon as week 16. Let's get it. We got a dono. Camille says, should we drop a bag on Josh Allen or Chris Jones while pushing back Goff's extension so we can afford these guys? You know what, bro? So what we're going to do is if you super chat, and listen, this is not for money. This is for segments. You guys help me produce content. I appreciate it. I'm not telling you or asking you to super chat. I just thought of it during Monday's show. A super chat of $4.99 or greater in a question will be turned into a segment. You will get your own video, okay? So this is just a way for me to keep making content. I'm not saying do it because I make videos anyway, but I just figured what better way to kind of get the most out of your super chat, right? So we're going to make videos out of super chat. So if you super chat $4.99 or more and you ask a question, I'll make a video. Or if it can be made into a video, I'll make a video. So let's do this. All right. So we got a question in super chat form. Shout out to Camille, $4.99. I appreciate you, man. He has a question. Said, should we drop the bag on Josh Allen and Chris Jones while pushing back Goff's extension so we can afford these guys? First of all, man, thank you for the super chat. That is a fantastic question. And I'm going to say, if we were to do that, I would have no problem at all with the Detroit Lions doing that. Are they going to do that? I'm going to say no. Brad Holmes, right now, I want Brad Holmes this year to impress me. I want him to knock me off my feet. I want him to knock my socks off. What do I mean by that? I want him to do something he's not known to do, which is open up the wallet, okay? Shout out to Wallet. Speaking of Wallet, shout out to Ridge Wallet, trying to get a sponsorship with them. But anyway, Ridge, if you're listening, holla at your boy. This guy needs to open up his wallet. Both of those guys are going to command a ton of money. Chris Jones is probably going to look for a massive deal. We're talking about 25 to 30 million. In addition to that, Spot Track has Josh Allen with an annual salary of 22 million per year. The Detroit Lions will have approximately 70, and I think that's before the increase in the salary cap. So I am going to say that while we could do it, will Brad Holmes do it is the question. And as far as Goff's extension, this is when it gets tricky. I think, especially now with Hendon, his 21-day window being open, I don't think Hendon's going to play at all this year. I think he's going to practice. They don't want his first year to be lost on the injury list. Very similar to Jamison Williams, right? So now I'm thinking this. What if Hendon Hooker is, if we get into a situation where we're blowing the team out, it's 40-10, 45-10, something like that. We just are scoring at will. Their defense can't stop us. Now, instead of putting in Teddy Two Gloves, you put in Hendon Hooker. Hendon Hooker gets some playing time. I don't know. We probably wouldn't see that until he's obviously on the active roster, but the Detroit Lions have 21 days to do that, which means that we could possibly see Hendon for the last 3 games of the year. That's going to be, we play the Vikings, Cowboys, Vikings, those 3 games. So I'm not sure we blow any of those teams out. Goff's extension. I still think, even though Goff has the 6 turnovers in 2 games. I think they extend him. For 5 years, I'm not sure. 2 or 3, maybe. So I still think that they have more faith in Jared Goff than maybe the fans do. But I would love that. I would love if let's meet in the middle. Let's meet in the middle, bro. Let's say instead of dropping a 5-year contract extension on Jared Goff, which would make him a Detroit Lion for a minimum of 6 years, right? Let's say we offer him a 2-year extension. 2-year extension to add to his 1-year deal. That puts him here 3 years. 3 years. And maybe we can save some money that way and then use the extra money because the salary cap will continue to go up as well. But I would prefer, listen, either one of those guys, there's no way we get both of them guys. Camille, there's no way we get both of them. They're both going to command pretty much the same thing. Chris Jones is almost 30. Josh Allen is 25, 26. If I had to pick between the two, I'm taking Josh Allen. I'm a huge edge rusher guy, although Chris Jones is a dog. You got to look at his listen, he's 30 and still playing lights out. So, but if I had to make a choice, I'm taking Josh. I just love, we need somebody opposite Hutch. So great question, man. Thank you for the super chat. And let me know what you think in the comments below. Grid, how would you feel about Griffin from Houston? Okay, so first of all, I got so much stuff to talk about. I woke up today, I'm like, man, okay, what am I going to talk about today? And then I get hit with Tom Kennedy, all this other stuff. Then you got Isaiah Buggs. You got Shaq Griffin being released by the Texans. Okay, so I'm not trying to be mean, but I don't remember which brother is that. Is that the brother that has the one hand? Even so, the dude is in the NFL and was making plays. I'm not trying to knock that. But is he the one? Okay, Mr. Poole, I'm getting my guy Ryan is sending me stuff too. Oh, he sent me the same thing. Shout out to Ryan, bro. Oh wow, he made his practice debut today. Interesting, the Lions had quarterbacks join a ball security drill that is normally for running backs and receivers. Jared Goff stumbled over his a pad on his second rep, but no fumble. Hey, JG, hey, shout out to my guy Rocked On. He calls Jared Goff a giraffe. 6, what is he? 6 something, clumsy as ever. Jonas practicing. Okay, no, he's the other brother. Thank you, Ken. I wasn't trying to be mean. I wasn't. I know he got cut a little while ago. Okay, what's the other one? What's the one with the one hand? Okay, Roman says no. Roman says yes, but then Ken says no. Okay, so what is the one? Who is the brother with the one hand? Okay, let me see if this is it. Man, they put Tom Kennedy straight to work. Okay, that's Teddy Bridgewater. Okay, I'm trying to see where Goff is at. Who is this? They put Tom Kennedy right to work. Okay, here you go. Here goes JG. All right, I'm going to bring it in a second. Okay. All right, Mr. Poole, shout out to Ryan and Mr. Poole, man. I appreciate both y'all guys. Steady. Okay, I got to bring this in. Okay, coming from Dave Burkett. I got a lot to talk about today, man. I do. Okay, let's bring this in. Oh, my God. All right, I got to let y'all see this. Oh, man. Okay. All right. Oh, no, Jared. Jared is, I got to get that soundbite on that's Jared on my soundboard. Okay. All right. So let's do this. All right. Shout out to my guy, Mr. Poole, Ryan as well, for keeping me up on this information. I did not see this. This is going to be classic. This is coming from Dave Burkett's Twitter. Now, the Detroit Lions have had turnover issues, specifically Jared Goff, over the last 2 games. I'm not going to put all of it on JG because in 2 of those, okay, He was getting sacked, lost the ball. I mean, you could blame him. You really could. But I also have to blame his offensive line as well, which was non-existent. But Jared is a fumble machine. He actually led the league in turnovers at the quarterback position, I think, or period, and since 2019. But then somebody else took over that. Jared might have it back. I don't know. But Jared has had a problem since 2019 securing the football. And it's not really an interception thing. It's more of a fumble thing. He is notorious at doing it. That's still my QB, though. But this is coming from Dave Riquette's Twitter account. Now, I like this. These are the running back drills, the ball security drills. And excuse me, wow. As you can see, these are not just running backs doing these drills. These are ball security drills. Now, here is, for those of you who don't know, we signed Tom Kennedy today to the practice squad. Dylan Drummond has been released from the practice squad. And I think this is Tom Kennedy right here. So we put him right to work. That brother didn't miss a beat. Teddy Bridgewater, JG right there. They're going to run up. They're going to come back down. And here we go. Let's check this out. I think that's Tom Kennedy put to work right away. You can tell what Tom... There's Teddy Bridgewater right there going up, coming back down. This is, I can't tell who that is. Can't see the numbers. I love this because he getting scratched. Let's go. Taking it out. Let's take it outside. I can't really see who this is either. And here's our quarterback. Not yet. Here's JG. Oops. Oh. That's the JG we know and love. Stumbleina. Hit the He not ready. This is not what Jared Goff does. He does not do this. We know who our quarterback is. He's not a scrambler. That's not what he does. That's not what he does. But you know what's more telling to me is the fact that they have these guys doing this. And that tells me that they're saying, listen, even though your offensive line might not be protecting you the best, we need you to hold on to this football. So that's crazy right there. Was one of those guys Hendon Hooker? I couldn't really tell. But Jared Goff, not the like I said, shout out to my guy Rocked On Podcast Network, who calls him a clumsy giraffe. And you think about it, man, giraffes so majestic and so big and tall, but they can't run to save their life, man. The smallest thing would trip them up. So the quarterbacks are putting through ball security drills. Let's see what happens this weekend against the New Orleans Saints. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. All right, Braylon with the dono says, I'm going to New Orleans tomorrow. Make it worth it. Hey, Braylon, shout out to you first of all. Okay, I forgot to tell y'all this too. Let me take a little sip. This is in the early, maybe, might not happen, but could happen possibility, okay? I am maybe going to try, perhaps, maybe. Did I say maybe already? I'm going to say maybe. To go to the Chicago Bears game, okay? It's about 4 hours. That's right around my max driving one way. My max is 5 hours, which is, I think, Lucas Oil Stadium is 5 hours away. So it's going to be 43 degrees, partly sunny, so not too cold, no wetness, no rain, no snow. Tickets are about $150 for those of you who don't speak those terms. That's about $150 or $150. So I'm thinking a tank of gas, parking, a ticket, maybe, a beverage or two, and I can make that trip in a day. I'm getting that itch, man, to go to a game, and I really, really, really want to go to a away game. And the problem is I'm saving my airfare miles for a playoff game because the Lions are going to win the division. They'll get a home playoff game, and then they'll travel to the road. And I want to save up my air points for that game. So that's the plan there. I'm not certain yet. I would love to go to U.S. Bank Stadium, but you're talking about a 10-hour drive through Minnesota in the winter. That's a negative. And then you have the airfare, the Airbnb, all that stuff that I'll have to get. The issue with the playoff ticket is if we go and we play the San Francisco 49ers, I've got to get an Airbnb, away to the stadium, all in like a week, man, and a plane ticket in like a week. There's no way I drive to California. I did that before, and it was the worst experience of my life. You're talking about 36 hours nonstop in a motor vehicle, and there's no way I do that by myself. Not a chance. So that is the plan. So I may go to the Bears game. Gaddy with the dono says, hard to blame Goff for a blindside hit fumble. That is true. Okay, so here's what I say. Not going to blame him for the first fumble when it was punched out of his hand, or the one near the end of the game, okay? Not going to blame him for the sack strip fumble that they returned for a touchdown. I'm not going to blame him on that. The only one I'll blame for is the one where he was running. He knows he doesn't run. That's not what he does, so he has to be. You know what they should have Jared Goff do is this. They should teach him. Remember Jahmyr Gibbs was getting drafted, and they had him show him his running, how he secures the ball. That's what they probably need Jared Goff to do. It's hard to knock Goff because he's not a runner, and I don't know any pocket passer that is, I mean, look what happened to Justin Fields on Monday Night Football. He was pathetic. One of them, he just got completely obliterated, and it popped out like a little, a soda pop or something. And then the second one, he got hit from behind. So, and this is a running mobile QB. I mean, everyone fumbles, but when it comes to Goff, it's accentuated. If the Lions win this weekend, there are scenarios where they can clinch next Sunday against Chicago and try to go if they win Sunday. So, yeah, if the Lions win the next two games, because the first scenario is already up. The Eagles playoff clinching scenario is already up, and they need Detroit to lose. The Eagles need to win, and they need the Detroit Lions and another team to lose or tie. It's crazy. But I want to say the Detroit Lions, that scenario for them will pop up next week. What's up, JT? Or TJ, my bad, bro, with the $10 dono says, pick me up on the way to Chicago. Yeah, man, I would have to go. I forgot. I would be coming around like Lake Superior, and then right when you come up, which is crazy because it's the same way I went to Kansas City. So I guess once I get out of Michigan, I'm essentially there. For those of you who don't know, if you take, what is that? Is it 94? Is it 90? I think it's 94. Whatever it is. If you take that all the way to like the end, the Welcome Center coming, I think you go into Illinois. I'm not certain. Let me see. No turnovers this weekend. Do it. Let's get it done. The first Tim Dan is actually fixing a problem that he said he would fix. Hey, so here's the thing, Roman. I'm going to make a video about Shaquille Griffin. I'll make a video. Okay, so why am I going to make a video? Because our cornerback depth room is as follows, okay? We got Gilmore, who is still on the practice squad, so I don't know what we're going to do with him. I don't think he's seen any action this season, regular season. We have Jerry Jacobs, Cam Sutton, Will Harris. Will Harris is number 3. Chase Lucas sees very, very limited action, even though he's still on the team. So as far as he's all over special teams, but out there in coverage. So I'm like this. Lions are trying to make a playoff run, right? If people are getting cut, are we going to look at them? Yes. Should we be? Yes. Marcus Peters is a no, in my opinion. Out of 2 cornerbacks that got cut, I'm looking at Shaq because Marcus Peters, there's no way. There's no way. No way we take this dude. He got cut because he was lazy, according to the Raiders. So there's no way we take this guy. Next 4 games, wins, we get the playoffs, and next wins with 2nd seed. Gilmore is on the active roster. Well, Mr. Poole is just as good as being on the practice squad, bro. He don't play. That's how irrelevant he's been to the team. I'm late. What did I miss? Oh, my God, bro. Killer Kev, you missed a lot. Let's do a quick rundown. There's so much stuff, bro. I don't even have enough videos in the day. But I'll probably make them though. All right, so Lions have signed Tom Kennedy to the practice squad and released Dylan Drummond from the practice squad. Hendon Hooker's 21-day window is now officially open. Jonah Jackson is back at practice. Hendon Hooker practiced today. and Alexander Zaloni was not there. The quarterbacks did a ball security drill, and Isaiah Buggs left it up to God. Let's see. Let me bring it in real quick with the book. Wait, my boy put it in here, so I got this right here. Isaiah Buggs had this to say. He said, stay the course. He did not scrub his pitcher. Stay the course and stay prayed up. God gonna put you in a better situation. Just keep him first. He knows what he's doing, only for the better. You know what, Isaiah? What's up with you, bruh? What's going on with you? That's what you know what? What's the deal, Mr. Buggs? How long we gonna do it? Can we just cut Isaiah Buggs already? Can we just cut Isaiah Buggs? What are we doing here? What are we doing? Yes, I did see that as well about Aaron Rodgers. Next news we hear will be the Lions have signed Sue. I was just in Dearborn last week visiting family, so I'm glad I didn't get tickets to that garbage game. Me too. Winston 4-7. Wait, what? Winston 4-7. Golf for first and fourth for a seventh and pick bowl for third. Come on, Nicholas. Come on, bro. Come on, man.
To the no, no, no. To the no, no, no. To the no, no, no.
No, no. No, 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 no. If I hear anything other than defense, and more defense, I will lose my mind. This draft, I'm not going to tolerate any quarterback talk. Zip, nil, nothing. There is no reason, and this is not directed towards you, my friend. I am not going to entertain a quarterback. We've been doing it for 4 years. We took one. He should have went in the first round. Now he's active. Why would we talk about the quarterback when we have more glaring needs on this team? And the last thing I'll say is that you might be ready to move on from quarterback Jared Goff. But I assure you that right at this moment, Brad and Dan do not. They are not where you are. If you don't believe me, go and listen to Dan Campbell's press conference from Monday. He was very clear about his faith in Jared Goff. This game didn't do nothing for Dan. He's excited. He loves this stuff. He said it's doom and gloom outside of the building, but I love it. He was smiling. He loves this stuff. He don't care what we talking about Jared Goff. And this ain't directed toward you, bro. We not doing it. We haven't done it for 3 seasons. We're not doing it. If anybody takes over, it will be Hendon Hooker. And I don't believe that he's as quick as y'all think. Yes. Can he move in the pocket? Yes. Can he scramble? Yes. He is what Jared Goff is not. Even got a better arm than JG. But you can't take away years of NFL experience, playoff experience. Jared Goff is playing great football aside from the last 2 games. One he won, one he didn't. So they haven't given up on JG. We need defense and O-line. See, we're getting to the part where, yes, okay, first thing we need to do, address the D-line. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Address the D-line. The second thing we need to do is get that secondary tight, all right? If we can't bring back Jonah Jackson, we're going to have to find someone. Big V is done. He's done. Graham Glasgow, I think he got a year deal, right? Do we re-sign him? Or do we draft somebody in one of the rounds? I mean, look, we took Broderick Martin in the 3rd round. Now we got to get an offensive lineman. I mean, they tried to do something with Colby Sorensdahl, but you're talking about a 5th round pick who got worked. He's been getting work while he's out there, right? But that's a 5th round pick for you. So Lions got to do something, bro. Because it's like a merry-go-round. You start addressing the same positions. And don't forget about free agency, because we can clean up in free agency. So we're going to see. Brad Holmes is going to have his work cut out for him, for real. Grid, Jalen Hurts threw picks versus the Jets, and nobody was calling for him to be shipped out. Hey, Roman, first of all, bro, if I could give you a sticker of the day, I would give it to you, bro. You get the sticker of the day, because in that sentence, you have said exactly what I was thinking. This is what I want y'all to start doing. I want you to just be honest with yourself and just say it. Say it with me. Repeat after me. I don't like Jared Goff. Okay? Let's try it again. Repeat after me. Say the words, I don't like Jared Goff. That's all you got to do. If you say that, cool, we can move on. Because when it comes to JG, we just don't cut him no slack at all. all the stuff he did prior to even the comeback win against the Chargers, coming back and beating the Chicago Bears, and we don't give him any credit for that. I mean, he was MVP. It was MVP, and now Jalen Hurts is the MVP favorite. What has he done? Get his butt pushed in? Didn't really sound right coming out of my mouth, but he get pushed into the end zone? He get pushed for a first down? What is he doing? What is he doing that's MVP worthy right now? Come on, man. Come on, man. Anyone putting their faith in Hooker when he done, nothing will be NFI. Patty, what? What is happening? JG has played better than Hurts this year. I like Jared Goff. Everybody has a bad day once in a while. You'll be fine. Just watch and see his game. Hey, Detroit's villains. Hey, you're not talking to me, bro, because I believe in JG. I've always believed in JG. I've watched a lot of Rams games. JG's solid. We know who he is. We know what he is. We just got to cater to it. And if you do, he'll carve you up. I saw Stafford. I was watching the Rams highlights yesterday. Another pick. And you know what? You ever notice that Jared Goff, his interceptions are ugly? Like, okay, he hasn't been throwing the ball the best. It hasn't been coming out of his hand great. Maybe he can work on that. He got to get that together. A lot of wobbly, ugly looking balls, right? But if you look at Stafford, pretty ball right to the defender. Like and when you look at, like, he tries to, Jared Goff, it's like, what is happening? This guy usually it's the receiver's here but the defender is here. It's like, well, why are you throwing straight to the defender? I mean, it wasn't even like why are you throwing right to the defender? Your receiver is 5 yards this way. So just listen, I think the Detroit Lions should do away with option routes. Just get rid of them. Just be done with them because they seem to get us in a lot of trouble. Get rid of those. Okay, let me ask y'all a question. So let's say Hendon Hooker, and this is why I don't think we're going to see Hendon Hooker. Hendon Hooker replaces who? What's up, Win? This is not a rhetorical question. Hendon Hooker replaces who on the active roster? 6 feet, 4.3 speed, cornerback Shaquille Griffin signed a 1-year deal with the Texans for $4.5 million. They just released him. Griffin missed 12 games in 2022 with the Jags back. Did not play well in Seattle. Oh, but did play well in Seattle. Well, Lauren, here's the thing, man. Like I said, bro, we in desperate times right now. Listen, we in desperate times right now. We so desperate, and I love TK85, but we brought back TK85 to probably make a special teams impact. That's how desperate we are. So anyone, aside from a cancer to the team, which is Marcus Peters, is probably going to be on the table. Like, we're looking at going into the playoffs. Because let me ask you this. If Jerry Jacobs goes down, who coming in? Will Harris? That's tough. That's tough. Will Harris is coming in. And you better believe it. Listen to this. If they were picking on Jerry Jacobs, could you imagine what they do to the person that comes in and replaces Jerry Jacobs? Could you imagine? On Sunday's game, they threw Jerry's way. He had, 9 completions out of 10 or 11 attempts? Ridiculous. So imagine if Jerry Jacobs goes down, it is a pick fest. They are going to work the person over there. They don't really bother Cam Sutton like that, but they pick on Jerry Jacobs. So I say anybody that can change this team's dynamic, bring them in. Can you truly see this team going blow for blow with Philly or San Francisco? Eduardo, that is a tough question. I'll give you 2 answers, okay? One is a homer any given Sunday answer, and the other one is more of a realistic answer. Yes and no, right? If the Lions play, it's weird because you get 2 type of Lions. You get the Lions that show up at home, and then the Lions that lay an egg at home. Then you get the Lions that go on the road and play like a team that is possessed. So it might almost be better trying to go. Look what we did to the Packers last year with an inferior team. Look what we did to the Chiefs with a better team. So it's almost like maybe the Lions pull it off on the road. I don't know if they can overcome those 2 teams because those 2 teams, their fans are ridiculous. So But if it's any team in the NFL that can go to toe-to-toe with those teams, just off pure will, on the road is the Detroit Lions. And like I was in Kansas City and I saw it firsthand. This team plays possessed on the road. Dude, I cannot imagine Jerry going down and you got to play the Niners and Harris. Will Harris has to cover Debo. Yeah. But listen, so is Malcolm Rodriguez, who you think is going to fill in for Anzalone? If Anzalone doesn't play, he'll have had 10 days to recuperate. If he doesn't play, who do you think takes his place? What's up, A. Smith? What's going on, bro? Yep. Mr. Poole says Debo and Ayuk would feast on our secondary. Don't say that too loud, Mr. Poole, because the Kool-Aid drinkers, man, they'll come. Had your kids, had your wife. I want to go on the road in the playoffs. We play better. Well, Denzel, you're not going to have to worry, bro, because we're going to host we got to make it past that playoff game first. Let me ask y'all a question. What would you do? What would you do if the Lions are right now? They got Lions have their opportunity for the first seed while slim is still there. Okay, they've got to win their next two. They need the Niners to beat the Eagles. They need the Eagles to lose to the Dallas Cowboys, but the Dallas Cowboys are right there too. So right now there are 4 teams legitimately in the NFC competing for the number 1 seed. Realistically, statistically, it's going to go to the Philadelphia Eagles. So let's throw that out the window. For this to really be pulled off, the Lions would have to be the number 2 seed, which is more of a possibility. So the question is this. Lions make the number 2 seed. I think there's a team, that I said earlier in the show, that sneaks into the playoffs. They start rolling as long as their quarterback stays healthy. That is our former quarterback, Matthew Stafford. They get to the 7th seed at 9-8, 10-7. There is a scenario at 8-9 that they make it, but I'll let Jake Ellenbogen worry about that. I think he's done it already. Shout out to him, by the way. So if the Lions were to host Matthew Stafford and the LA Rams, I got 2 questions. One is important, one not so much. The first one is, you're at Ford Field. Are you going to cheer for Matthew Stafford when they show his, show him some love? I myself am going to boo him, but that's just me. Now, the more important question is, what would you do if the Detroit Lions lose their first home playoff game to your old quarterback? What would you do? How would you feel? I want the Lions Packers. I want Lions Packers 3, nothing else. Lions won't have to play both them in the playoffs. One will be upset. Okay. All right, Patty. I don't know, bruh. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Who upsets Patty, who gets upset? Which team? Wouldn't it be crazy if both of them got upset? Wouldn't it be crazy? Man, this is why I love this time of year. I love this time of year. Wouldn't it be crazy if the Niners got upset by the road team and the Philadelphia Eagles in the second round got upset by the road team? I mean, that'd be crazy. And the Lions host the NFC title game against like the 7th seed or something? Bruh, that would be crazy. We'd be screaming Super Bowl, man. Okay, Aaron says, I would be physically sick. He doesn't play in Detroit anymore, so on the field, he's irrelevant to me. Well, okay, Mr. Poole. I'm sure they'll be, yay. It'll be Stafford jerseys, both Ram and Detroit, and he'll get cheered. I will completely boo. I might lose my voice booing the minute they show any clips of him. You want Eagles to win, Niners to lose, and win out, but we have to win out. Denzel says, nope, Stafford play. Okay, so what would you do? What would you do? How would you feel? Aaron already answered. He said physically sick. What do you think the storyline, what do you think the offseason would be like if Matthew Stafford comes in here and beat us? Bro, I'm telling you. Look, I would have to talk so many of y'all off the ledge. I already know. I would be pulling all y'all. Y'all ever seen the movie Man on the Ledge? I'll be pulling y'all off. I'll be like, come on back. It's okay. It's okay. Come back in here. Let's talk about it. I'm sure I'll be pulling most of y'all off the ledge. Lions, Cowboys, NFC title at Ford Field. Let me tell you what. Dallas Cowboys. I know we don't like them. How about them Cowboys? All that stuff. Their fan base is a nightmare. But the Dallas Cowboys, bro, they listen. They probably gonna be they're gonna be a concern. They really are. They can't seem to get out their own way, and they get bounced out the first round all the time. But I don't know. I'm not gonna write them off. I'm not gonna write off the Dallas Cowboys. I'll do a golf clap for Stafford. I still don't trust Goff or this D in the playoffs, but I will be glad to make it. Boo him like San Antonio boo Leonard. Update, tight end fit. Frisker agreed to give TK 85. And shout out to him, bro. He probably won't even be on the team much longer. Shout out to TK. Frisker. That's a big move, man. Any playoff game we win this year will be in a shootout. I'll do a golf clap for Stafford. Headline, antidepressant sales hit. Stafford had his. Goff is our QB. No, I'm simply asking, how would you feel? What's up, Nate? Says Lions can't be ex-QB looking to return to be honored in Lions Hall of Fame. Dylan says, I'd put Hendon Hooker in for trick plays. Okay, so who is Hendon going to replace? If Hendon Hooker is elevated to the active roster, who does he replace? And you can remember, you can't have 3 quarterbacks on the roster. You can have 2 quarterbacks and an emergency quarterback. So who does Hendon Hooker replace? Hendon Hooker is not going to replace Teddy Bridgewater. It's not going to happen. So I don't think he gets elevated. I think he gets put back on. I think these 3 weeks are simply for, because you can't put him on the practice squad. You can't do that. So what are you going to do? No, you got to remember about the quarterback rules. Teddy, David Blau will be emergency QB. We see Hooker next season. Yeah, we're not. To me, this is simply to give him some coaching, because you cannot coach him on the NFI. He simply stands there. He's at all the meetings, he's all that stuff, but you can't give him any coaching. So I say this is to, unlike Jamison Williams, we had a need for him. We don't have a need for Hendon Hooker at the moment. Not with the way the current. Now, if we had 3 quarterbacks, back in the day, if you could carry 3 quarterbacks like back in the day, then yeah, put him on there. David Blau ain't even dressed in the games anyway. I can't believe, you know what? I know this sounds mean. I know y'all really not fans of David Blau, but I can't believe nobody's came and scooped him up. He was like Josh Dobbs before Josh Dobbs was Josh Dobbs. That would be more demoralizing than Goff than Lions fans. You know what, bro, Steven? I think you're right, man. QB battle next year? Perhaps. Nate, we've already talked about Isaiah Buggs, man. Matter of fact, I made a video about him the other day, and I got to make another one. When I get off this stream, I'm going to spend the next 3 hours making videos, because it's the end of the month. Would you rather play at Dallas or Philadelphia in playoffs? I would rather play in Philly. Dallas, bro, I got PTSD in Dallas. And we just cannot win in Dallas. We cannot win in Dallas. Last time we won in Dallas was the Matthew Stafford spike, the little fake spike thing. We can't win in Dallas. So I'd rather take my chances at Philadelphia. Nate is trying to say who Hendon Hooker will replace. Oh, okay. So check it out. If Hendon Hooker can't just replace a guy. He's specifically a quarterback. So you can't have 3 quarterbacks on the roster. You can have 2 and an emergency quarterback. So for Hendon Hooker to play, to be on the active roster, Teddy Bridgewater would have to be demoted. And there's no way that happens. Teddy Bridgewater is what? A 7, 6, 7, what? He's got to be 8, 9-year vet. We're making a playoff push. There's no way. You can't just take Isaiah Buggs out and put in Hendon. That's not going, that ain't how that works. Dallas, Philly is awful. Yeah, Philly is definitely fortunate. That's for sure. So, Nate, did you get my message, bro? Hooker won't play until next preseason. That's what I think. So, here's what I think they do, okay? I know we about to end the show because we're on the last 5 minutes. But I think that when it comes to Jared Goff, I still believe that the Detroit Lions extend him. And I think they extend him with the thought of Hendon Hooker being insurance, right? Okay, so this is what I mean. If Jared is playing well, and I think if Jared wins, if we win the division and we win a playoff game, I think it is 100% that we extend Jared Goff. How long? I don't know. I do think that there's no reason for Teddy Bridgewater to be on this team next year. We thank you, Teddy. We appreciate you being there to back up JG. We know you can win us some games. We appreciate you, but you ain't going to be here. Hendon Hooker will then take his spot, and that's how that's going to be. Now, I think Jared Goff gets extended. Even if we lose, I think he gets extended. It might not be a massive deal, but it might be one of those shorter ones. But what was the last quarterback, big-time quarterback, that you can name that got a short deal, like a 2-year deal? Here's what I think happens. They extend Jared Goff for four years, somewhere around it, maybe 3, okay? And if Hendon winds up coming in and being the answer, what do we do with JG? We trade him away. He'll be 30, 31, 32. Still got a few good years left. I mean, look at Stafford. He's like 36, right? He's definitely this is it for him. He might come back on a one-day boy to Detroit, something like that. So I think that's what happens. I think Jared Goff is more likely to be traded after being extended than to be just outright not extended. There's no way, because it makes sense. Somebody will want Jared Goff in 3 years. Somebody will want him. He could probably still start in the league in 3 years. Washington. I mean, it's a ton of places that will take Jared Goff. I know Sam Howell is, he's showing flashes, but if Goff went to a team that he could settle down that quarterback position, good offensive line, good running game, good play action, good receivers, man, listen, Goff will rip it up over there. He'll rip it up over there. So that's what I think happens. I appreciate y'all. It's time for me to get to work on my other videos, man. But thank you. Let me see. Nate said Kirk for 3. Wait a minute, Nate. What we talking about, bro? We talking about Kirk coming to the D? Is that what we saying? I want to make sure Goff don't look it, but he's durable. Yeah, that's for sure. You know what, Jesse? I thought the same thing. Jesse says, with Jonah Jackson missing games and the O-line struggling, is a negotiation tactic to get more money. That crossed my mind Monday. I was like, I wonder if Jonah Jackson all of a sudden ain't playing because he's trying to get paid. Would we franchise tag Goff? You know what, Justin? We could do that as well. If we do that, but you know what? I don't think they're going to do Goff like that. Because if you look at the Detroit Lions, bro, we don't franchise people. We do not franchise tag people. That's not what we do. I mean, we haven't had really the players to franchise tag, but I'll be surprised if the Lions use a franchise tag. Oh, I'm saying the extend him like Kirk just 3 years. Jonah's making the business decision. Blake Corum on the St. Brown. Oh, really? Really? Wow. Okay, I got to check that out. I was wondering what day it was going to be with St. Equinemius playing Monday night. Anyway, that's the show, y'all. Appreciate y'all. Have a great day. We'll be back on Friday. We'll discuss more about the Saints game. I'll just say this before we get off. Lions can't lose this game. They have not lost 2 in a row in over a year. They cannot lose this game. And I'm going to say something y'all don't want to hear. If they win this game, they need to win this game. But they win this game, I'm going to be like, cool. This is a team we should beat. They are subpar. Jamal Williams is a non-factor. You might be down Chris Olave. You are down Marshawn Lattimore. You are down Michael Thomas. This is a game they should win. And if they lose, it'll be the first time in over a year they've lost 2 in a row. And if they win, even if it's a blowout, which it probably won't be, I'm still going to be like, the concerns are still there. See, this is how I'm going to be for the rest of the season. The rest of the season, if I don't see a difference, I need to see changes. I need to see us getting to the quarterback. Does Bruce Irvin play? Does he make a difference? If with our current roster, I'm not going to be impressed, because what happens when we get to the playoffs and it's January 15th and we're hosting the LA Rams or, I don't know, the Seattle Seahawks, and we know they run us out of town. You know what I'm saying? So when it matters, can we win? That's what I want to know. Can we stop somebody? Those 5 touchdowns in a row against the Chargers that we let them score, that doesn't disappear. That does not disappear. So we go up against a high-powered offense again, what happens? So appreciate y'all. Have a great Wednesday. I will see you Friday. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And yeah, peace.